Walking. This is the golden exercise. Nothing complicated is needed. Start with 30 minutes of brisk walking most days of the week. Just 30 minutes a day, enough to get your heart beating faster and your breath a little deeper, increases blood flow to the brain and stimulates the release of growth factors that keep nerve cells healthy. Combine strength and balance. Try lifting light weights or using resistance bands twice a week to maintain muscle mass. Practice balance, like standing on one leg, to prevent falls, a major risk to brain health. Dancing, yoga, tai chi. These activities are not just good for the body, they are fantastic for the mind because they demand coordination, focus, movement, balance, and music, all of which stimulate the brain powerfully. Gardening, housekeeping, even daily activities can be useful forms of exercise. So we have good nutrition and regular movement, but our brain can still be harmed by an invisible yet extremely dangerous enemy. That enemy is stress. So what is our solution? Step 3, relaxation, extinguishing the stress that harms memory. When we worry, feel stressed, or get angry, our body releases a hormone called cortisol. In moderate amounts, it helps us deal with danger. But in modern life, we often experience prolonged stress, causing cortisol levels to remain consistently high. High levels of cortisol are considered a poison to the hippocampus, the brain's memory control center. It can shrink this area of the brain, destroy nerve cells, and interfere with the formation of new memories. That's why when we're stressed, we often feel like our mind is blank, find it hard to concentrate, and become forgetful. Managing stress isn't about eliminating every problem from your life. It's about learning to respond to them more calmly. Deep breathing. Just 10 minutes a day of sitting quietly and focusing on your breath can significantly reduce cortisol and protect the hippocampus. When you feel stressed, just stop, close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this 5 to 10 times. Meditation. Don't think of meditation as something lofty. Simply sit quietly for 10 minutes a day and focus on your breathing. There are many simple guided meditations on YouTube you can follow. Connect with nature. Spend time walking in a park, looking at the trees, listening to the birds sing. Nature has a magical ability to heal and soothe the mind. Nurture your hobbies. Make time for things that bring you joy, like reading, listening to music, playing chess, or talking with friends. Wonderful. We've learned how to nourish, move, and soothe our brain. Now it's time for a crucial activity, a time for the brain to repair and clean itself. This brings us to Step 4. Step 4. Recovery. Golden sleep for a clean brain. Did you know that while we sleep, our brain is still working incredibly hard? It performs a vital task, cleaning up waste products. During the day, the brain's activities create byproducts, including a protein called beta amyloid. If too much of this protein accumulates, it forms plaques that damage nerve cells. This is one of the hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease. Fortunately, our brain has a nightly waste disposal system called the glymphatic system. This system is most active when we are in deep sleep. Lacking sleep or not getting enough quality sleep is like letting garbage pile up in your brain day after day. To get quality sleep, create healthy sleep rituals. First, go to bed and wake up at a consistent time. Aim for 7 to 8 hours a night, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. Second, create an ideal sleep environment. Your bedroom should be dark, quiet, and cool. Third, stay away from electronic screens. The blue light from phones, TVs, and tablets before bed tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making it harder to fall asleep. Turn off these devices at least an hour before bed. Fourth, avoid coffee and strong tea in the evening. Stimulants can affect your sleep for many hours. Fifth, relax before bed. Read a few pages of a book, listen to calming music, or soak your feet in warm water. Now that we have a solid foundation of nutrition, movement, relaxation, and sleep, it's time to build the rooftop of our intellectual house. This is about continuously challenging and optimizing it. Step 5. Brain training. Use it or lose it. Our brain possesses a wonderful quality called neuroplasticity. This means it can create new neural connections throughout our entire lives, as long as we provide it with the right stimuli. The saying, use it or lose it, is absolutely true for the brain. If we only repeat old habits, watch the same familiar shows, and never learn anything new, our neural connections will weaken and shrink. An idle brain is like an untrained muscle. It will gradually grow weaker. An idle brain won't create new neural connections, causing it to become rigid and more vulnerable. Transform yourself into a lifelong learner. The key here is complexity and novelty. Learn something new. It could be a new language, a musical instrument, piano, guitar, how to use a computer, or how to draw. Play brain games. Chess, Sudoku, or crossword puzzles require strategic and logical thinking. Read books with depth. Read about a field you've never explored before. Socialize. Join clubs or groups and regularly talk and debate with friends and family. Complex conversation is a fantastic workout for the brain. Successful leaders like former U.S. President Barack Obama and entrepreneur Bill Gates have openly spoken about the importance of training their minds through reading and reflection. They are testaments to a sharp mind at any age. And finally, last but not least, is the power of connection. A lonely heart can lead to a lonely brain. Step 6. Social connection. We humans are social creatures. From the dawn of time, living in a community, a tribe, was a key to survival. And our brains are wired to thrive on connection. When we feel lonely and isolated, the brain activates inflammatory and stress pathways, accelerating neurodegeneration. Science has proven that prolonged loneliness can cause a state of chronic inflammation in the brain, similar to the damage caused by sugar or processed foods. It also causes the stress hormone cortisol to skyrocket, which is a poison for our memory center. Simply put, loneliness is a form of silent but devastating stress that erodes our mental and physical health. On the other hand, when we talk, share, and laugh with others, our brain releases a cascade of happy hormones like oxytocin and serotonin. These chemicals not only help us feel joyful and loved, but also act as a protective armor for our nerve cells. Every meaningful conversation is a complex workout for the brain, requiring us to listen, process information, recall memories, and articulate thoughts, all of which are peak gym exercises for our intellect. Nurturing relationships is like tending to a garden. It requires daily cultivation. Don't wait. Be proactive in creating connections. Love appointments. Make a point to call your children, grandchildren, friends, and relatives. You don't need a special reason. Just asking, "How are you today?" is enough to light a warm fire. Schedule appointments during the week to meet up with friends, even if it's just for a walk or a cup of tea. Join clubs and groups. Look for senior clubs, wellness classes, dance groups, or chess clubs at your local community center. This is a wonderful environment to meet people with similar interests and of a similar age. Volunteer. Giving your time to help others is one of the best ways to feel useful and connected to your community. You can participate in activities at your local temple, church, or charitable organizations. Don't be afraid of technology. Ask your children or grandchildren to teach you how to use simple video call apps like FaceTime, WhatsApp, or Zoom. Seeing the faces of your loved ones, even when they are far away, brings a much deeper sense of closeness and happiness than just hearing their voices. So, we have journeyed together through the 6 golden steps: smart nutrition, regular movement, a relaxed mind, quality sleep, a challenged brain, and nurtured social connections. These 6 steps are more than just a scientific method. They are a gift, the gift of clarity that you can give to yourself. And it is also a priceless gift that you give to your loved ones. Start today with just one small change. And so that we can continue this wonderful journey together, please press the subscribe button. Each new video will be a source of motivation, a piece of new knowledge to help you build a healthier and more vibrant life. Thank you for listening.